I got to see La La Land for the first time.
Look at that. Throwback to
Me-
2016.
Not the best picture winner.
No, indeed it wasn't. Not Warren Beatty's fault, by the way. But yeah.
Got to see it with Xavier and Anthony. They came
Yep.
over to watch it because Zach saw it
By himself.
by
Whoops.
himself.
In quotes.
Hey, he did his home. You know what? I'm impressed, though. You did your homework. Good
Yeah.
for you.
Did
Good
you
for
see
you.
it by yourself or you saw it with somebody else?
No, I saw it by myself.
Which is
With
someone
me and my thoughts. That's
Oh,
it.
okay.
But
I don't know her.
And she's really nice.
But I really liked it. Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling were pretty great in this movie. I found out why Heartbreak is good in a place like this.
Yeah, Heartbreak does feel good in a place like this because that's where that scene is from.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like
You see that we were looking at it, the exact like frame of when they're
Shot.
dancing, and the exact shot put in, and he's just like,
That's
Heartbreak
what it
does
is.
feel good in a place like this. Thanks, Nicole Kidman.
Yeah. And then great music,
Yeah, yeah.
Agree.
like the
Obviously, you're talking about the Iran cover
yes,
on the guitar,
with
right?
the
Yes.
guitar. The guitar is the best part of the movie.
Anthony's here rolling his eyes.
No, that part's awesome.
He's like, wow.
He's
but
a
also
serious
funny.
musician.
I'm a serious musician, dude. It almost
That was a great
paints
scene.
a great like kind of tableau or preview for what I hope he brings to the role as Ken in Barbie. So that's going to be a lot of silly, stupid fun. He doesn't take himself too seriously, but yeah, man. That movie, I really love how it's just it's framed like through kind of a season, a year in Hollywood. In La La Land, as one would suppose.
Yeah, it's cool. They broke it up into different parts for the year. That was
Yeah.
cool.
That opening sequence, I feel like it's probably was not a nightmare to choreograph, but it must have been something else.
We got to talk about our favorite guy in there. We got the parkour guy.
Parkour
Oh.
galore, parkour Parker. Yeah, that guy is.
I
just-
never noticed him either.
Did you
yeah,
notice?
like watching it now
Purple
for the
shirt.
second time is like this guy just keeps going. And there's another guy on the skateboard still. Like at the beginning, he's like, "I'm on a skateboard." I'm like, that guy's cool, but parkour guy needs to chill.
The intro number.
Yeah, the intro number.
They're like, it's
So, like,
another day
towards-
of sun.
towards the end,
and this guy's parkouring
This guy
everywhere.
starts parkouring like over cars. Over
Oh,
the
yeah. Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
like
I
he,
remember.
he disappears and then he comes back the other way.
And then they go to the big pan shot over the bridge, and he's still
He's
there.
still
We're just like,
going.
who like did you just tell him this, like did they tell this one guy like
Just-
all right, we're gonna do
just
this,
go.
just go nuts, have fun, go it's playtime, go all over the place.
I do like though that they do that whole shot one scene with like one cut, and then at the end it just pans out, and then it goes into the movie with both
Yeah,
of them.
opening title,
in the
yeah,
car.
title card, boom, La
Yeah.
La Land. It's like, all right, nice.
Pretty cool transitions.
Yeah. But yeah, I know, because you're on a little bit of a Damien Chazelle kick. So you saw
Whiplash, this one.
Now you saw this one. Overall thoughts?
I'm gonna say I like Whiplash better,
That's the right answer. I'm gonna tell you that.
but
right now.
this one is, as a musical, it's probably one of my favorite ones so far.
Yeah. It is like it's deceptively a musical. There are some numbers that I remember, like they were catchy, but they weren't like earworms. I know Anthony would disagree with that one, but then rewatching it again, I was like, oh yeah, no, this song is really good, and then this song is really
Yeah,
good.
they,
But,
they are catchy.
Yeah.
I really enjoy the score more so than the singing. I
Oh,
mean, the singing
yeah.
is great and the vocals, but the instrumentals. for the
Absolutely,
movie is
yeah.
awesome.
And like all the fun transitions as they go through like
Mhm.
various life events, and they go through stuff like those are great. It's very old. It's very classic Hollywood, and that's what he kind of. That's his shtick. Like he loves
Jazzy.
that stuff. Yeah, very kind of jazzy, upbeat.
We got J.K. Simmons.
He should have been in the movie longer. That's just my
Yeah,
thing.
I thought,
thought
he
it was a
gonna
cool
be-
Cameo,
Little cameo.
though.
Yeah, it's basically
Yeah.
more of a cameo than anything else. But
I was expecting him to say like, not quite my tempo when he was
yeah,
Like
On the
not,
continue
no, it's not quite
same
my
universe.
not quite my.
not quite my set list.
He was dragging.
Yeah. It's not quite my set list. Yeah, it was that's good, man. Yeah. I agree with that. But just
Got to download that soundtrack.
yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I think when Anthony and I had watched it in theaters, you get to the sort of like Emma Stone's a big audition. You get to Mia's big whole thing where they really requested her from her one woman show, and that whole bit. I remember we looked at each other and we're just like, did she just sing her Oscar acceptance speech? Turns out we were right.
Kind of like what Anne Hathaway did.
Yeah, in Les Mis, for sure. Yeah, it's a thoroughly enjoyable movie. Yeah. I agree with Danny. I like Whiplash better. Zach, any extra thoughts on yours? Because that was the first time you watched it as well, right?
Yeah, I just like they said, I watched it by myself
Fine.
before because I forgot about going to watch it together. But I watched it with my thoughts. Yeah, it was really good. I still think Whiplash is the better of those two. What's his name? Chazelle.
Damien Chazelle.
Chazelle, yeah,
Mhm.
Chazelle movies. But I think Whiplash paved the way for this movie because I remember reading somewhere that Whiplash was more of a. I don't think it was passion project. I think it was more of like it was kind of like a test, and then he did La La Land. That made like 10 times the amount of money that Whiplash did. But I mean the movie was still great. The music was good. And so I mean I don't know if it was like the way the characters were written. The acting was like kind of weird, but I liked it. Like the acting between Stone and Gosling and their chemistry
Reverb.
together on screen.
Yeah. Okay. That's an interest. Like you thought they didn't have enough chemistry?
No, they
Like
no like the chemistry just between the characters, not the actors, but between the characters. That,
okay.
That
Okay.
yeah, like their characters to each other, was pretty interesting. But Whiplash is still
Yeah. The chemistry was interesting. So like the
Yeah.
whole the way like
I
they
can't think of a better word, but yeah.
okay like
But
The honking of the horn.
even like the honking of the
picker up.
horn has just as a callback to everything.
oh, that was actually pretty. I didn't notice it until I think the third time he did it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like the whole like, oh, I'm gonna go pick her up from her apartment, and it's just he's like wailing on the horns, like that's his thing now. That's their thing. Yeah, all right, right on.
It's a nice little romantic comedy, I guess you could say in some ways.
Romantic
I mean, it has
comedy
some-
drama.
I would say it's more like
Dramedy, yeah.
musical dramedy.
Romantic
thing.
dramedy.
Dramedy, sure.
Yeah.
It seemed other than like people busting out into musicals in the middle of the street. Other than that, it did feel pretty like grounded and something that could really happen between two people.
I suppose. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, it seemed definitely believable.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely the part where they start flying in the
Well, no,
In the-
the planetarium.
no, that's more
was kinda
believable than
fun.
the fact that they can actually get into the planet.
I know they broke in. That
They-
place
they
is
straight up
for
broke
sure
in.
closed.
That place is hella closed.
We know the hours of that place. It's closed.
Yeah, they started floating. I'm like, what am I
You're
watching?
like, what's
now?
going on here?
Are they tripping? Or-
Yeah, they had
They
some
tripping.
Or you're
shrooms.
tripping.
That's some shrooms in the popcorn at the theater.
Seriously. I remember that and the what was the other sequence where it's just like they just teleported to somewhere else entirely. It's like probably towards the end, I think.
Mm.
But no, man, it's
Pretty solid.
still overall a good movie.